It won't let me do it. I should be able to. Hold on, guys. So annoying. I promise. YouTube does the most. Okay. So, whatever. I'm going to be discussing reasons why the nails pop off and provide a bit of solutions, and also give some results of why the solution that I have will absolutely help individuals or nail techs, enthusiasts, or whoever is needing some guidance and instruction with this. So, with that being said, let's begin. So let's talk about why nails be lifting, popping off, break it down, and also clean up the camera. What I call overweight lifting nails. It don't play. It don't play at all. About retention. I wrote my little practice hands so we can kind of break it down. This is one of my practice hands, okay? She got her nails, her rings on. So, I'm going to dive into it in a minute. I'm going to add some things to the description so everybody can kind of understand a bit about what it is. So, the first thing, I'm going to just dive into it. I was going to wait till a few people get on, but I'm going to just dive into this because... So, with that being said, I am going to start with the first reason you could be experiencing nails popping off. Let me see. So, with that being said, okay, I just want to make sure that I'm being heard and things like that. So let's move forward. Now, reason number one, what could be causing nails to pop off is it's probably one of the obvious, and I'm going to say improper prep work. Now, when we begin with prep work, what are you beginning with? You're literally beginning with bare nails. You have the natural nail plate, right? So when we dive into the natural nail plate, there are some things to kind of consider when being and doing nail prep. So on the natural nail plate, our natural nails have natural oils that are on the nail plates. In order for you to have a decent prep and an awesome retention, that oil needs to be removed. It needs to be removed properly and with an equal balance. What I mean by that is, I know a lot of individuals tend to think that you have to file the natural nail plate, but that is definitely not true. Which it could lead to one other thing, if you haven't noticed, over filing can also cause pop off. You do not need that much. The key is to remove the natural oils off of the nail plate. So if you didn't know that, now you know. Okay? So when you start out with the nail prep, you always want to... A lot of people do not do this, but I feel like a lot of people sleep on this. Push that skin back, which is down here, and the nail plate. Push that skin back, which is basically pushing those cuticles back, because what it leads to is, if I'm not mistaken, I was looking at one of my nails earlier. I'm going to show you guys. My nails have tons of cuticle on the nail plate. So I'm going to show this middle finger. I'm pushing it down. I don't know if I can see it, but if you look right here, and no, I'm not flicking you guys off. I'm sorry. No, you can't see it. Oh, okay. But there'll be skin. As a matter of fact, this is a perfect representation. It looks real ashy and stuff, but look right there. There, it looks like But that's what it would look like. That little white squiggly stuff. That's what we're removing. Okay? Whether it be with the e-file or with the buffer. You want to remove that. The next, once you remove that, you have to properly remove the debris. If you do not properly remove the debris, that debris that is left on the nail plate after you do your buffing and filing on the natural nail and remove it, as what a lot of people think, they just take that brush, the nail brush, and they remove it, the little sweeper brush. What you're really doing is actually putting on more dust if that brush still has dust in it. There are certain techniques that you can use to properly remove that debris off of the nail plate before place gluing on a nail tip, if you're going to be gluing on a nail tip, or if you're getting ready to apply primer. And what you don't want is to apply primer on top of that debris that's still there. And sometimes that debris isn't always visible. There are techniques that properly remove that debris. All right. So once you remove that, you want to properly prime, which leads into the next reason that some people's nails tend to pop off. I just listed a lot already. The next is, this is simple. Some people, this usually tends to happen with beginners. Don't forget to prime. If you do remember to prime, don't over prime and don't under prime. When I say over prime, you don't want to over prime to the point where the primer on the nail is spread into the skin. We're not doing that. Just enough on the natural nail. That's it. Not on the nail tip. You don't need it there. The next step is, don't apply just one little small dot of primer to the point where it's not going to really do anything. Because let's keep this in mind. The primer is a bridge to the bonding with the, let's say if you're putting on acrylic or whatever else that causes to need primer, that's what literally bonds the adhesion and helps the nail enhancement to stay. Okay, so the next thing that I want to dive into, which is number 3 that can cause nails to pop off, is the bead ratio. So in this case with acrylic nails, a lot of individuals, they don't really care to get in the chemistry of bead ratio, or shall I say, sometimes their beads are simply too dry, which can truly pop off. Like, that can cause a pop off. I've seen this. I've witnessed this. I've seen some where a bead was too dry, and I seen where that client called an individual and they said, hey, their nails popped off in like a few days because the bead was too dry. And I saw the bead where the person put the bead too dry on the nail, and I was like, I don't think that's gonna last. And it literally didn't. So we want to have properly balanced of bead ratios. That's very important. So let's go into a deeper dive of what could truly help individuals who deal with nails that lift, pop off, whether it be on the lifting, be on the edge of like the free edge of the nail, which would be like on this portion if you don't know what a free edge is, or a lot of times it's occurring where the cuticle bead is, which a lot of people literally forget, like, or they don't forget, they just totally miss the importance of the cuticle bead. Okay, so with that being said, there's a system or a technique that I do been using this for over 3 years. It literally helps with longer lasting retention, and to be honest, it's gonna, if you have clients, it's gonna keep coming back. Because is there anybody out here that experiences you do somebody's nails and they don't come back. They're not coming back. Let me know. Like, is there anybody who deals with that? Have they received any messages where anybody is saying, hey, you know, my nails popped off or my nails are lifting after, I'm going to say, give or take, within like a week or less. If it's past like 2 weeks and that client has nail growth, then that could be a situation where, because as the nail grows, it does get weaker. The foundation does get weaker. And if you're doing certain things, hit it or something, it can cause lifting. But is there anybody that experiences where they have clients where they keep saying like, oh, my nails are popping off, they're lifting or something like that, and it leads to them not coming back? And 9 times out of 10, if you're doing somebody's nails, you're aware if their nails are lasting, because people, they come back and they say, my nails lasted so and so, so and so. You're the first. I even had people tell me, hey, you're the first tech that where my nails has lasted this long. So put that in the chat if you experienced that or dealt with it. But also, when you have nails that are not lifting, it literally it brings you client retention. So this system also brings you client retention. So again, just kind of think about what was 3 things that were discussed. Having proper nail prep, remembering about primer, the proper way to apply primer, and also truly advancing in mastering bead ratio when it comes to acrylic, okay? So when your nails don't pop off, that truly brings in nail retention. So this technique, when it brings you nail retention, be prepared to have a higher result of nail retention. Okay? So I'm going to go ahead and put this out here. First off, let me have something. So the system that I am regarding is called Overweight Lifting Nails. Okay? So what it has is the technique that creates nail retention. Some decent results of this is having nail retention literally from at the least 3 weeks or more. No questions asked. Not to mention, 9 times out of 10, if you have nail retention, it's going to bring you a strong possibility of client retention, okay? So let me go ahead and add this in, and I'm going to explain what it is that and how you can go about doing and getting this. But yeah, go ahead and put in a comment nail retention if that's something that you struggle with, or you're something that you would like to know more about. Put nail retention in the chat, please. And then I'm going to get something set up here. Put nail retention in the chat if this is something that you struggle with. I'm going to give it a few seconds. And then I'll probably do like a quick recap. I will do a quick recap. If you struggle with nail retention, put nail retention in the chat, please. Okay, so it's not allowing me to put it in the description. I'm not sure what's been going on with YouTube here lately, but whatevs. So I'm just going to proceed forward and discuss about Overweight Lifting Nails. Again, it's a great system, a technique that I've been using for the longest now, literally over 3 years. So here's what I'm going to discuss. What we discussed with the handy dandy hand here. Few things that can cause nails to pop off is having improper nail prep. I feel like a lot of people sleep on this. This is a big one. It's a huge one. The nail prep is the literal foundation of having the proper nail technique in order for the nails to even have the retention that it needs, right? Then to top it off, I feel like a lot of people sleep on the primer, whether they're forgetting primer or they're doing too much or too little primer. And lastly, bead ratio. Y'all, bead ratio is huge when it comes to acrylic nails. Bead ratio can make it or break it, okay? Plain and simple, bead ratio is going to be the masterful after the nail prep, okay? Once you have your immaculate nail prep, your bead ratio is important. What I like to teach individuals when it comes to bead ratio, the 3 bead method. The 3 bead method is easy to go by, but the key in bead ratio is how much monomer is going with when it comes to your ratio of your powder. That's important. It sounds to, I feel like what a lot of techs do when they hear the ratio and all that, it's like, oh, chemistry. If you're one of the people who don't want to hear that, they don't catch it right. So I have a chart that I've kind of created. It makes it way more simple and easy for you to adapt the bead ratio and really tag onto it, right? So with that being said, this system that I have in place to help you and teach you this technique that you can apply yourself and start receiving that retention. It's very helpful, okay? So again, Overweight Lifting Nails, I would like for you guys, so I'm gonna say it like this. Go ahead and check out the bio. It's a product called Overweight Lifting Nails. As soon as you click on it, you'll be able to see it. So tonight and tonight only, again, put in the chat if you experience nails that pop off or nails that are lifting with your clients and you're experiencing where you don't receive client retention and you would like to receive client retention, put nail retention in the chat and go to the bio. And again, once I end this live, I'm going to put it in the description because for some strange odd reason, I'm not sure why YouTube is not allowing me to put what I need to put in the description, but the link will also be in the description. I'll put it in the comments as well, so you guys can be able to grab it. But tonight and tonight only. Guys, if you're going to be on here and be inappropriate, I'm going to tell you right now, you will be blocked and reported. Simple. I don't play those games on here. If you're not here for news and nail retention, which is what's being discussed tonight, that would be easily fixed. Okay? I made myself very clear. So I'm going to attempt to try and put this in the description. If not, I'm just going to end this live. And again, y'all, it's not. So again, go check out the link in the bio, and it is called Overweight Lifting Nails. If you are looking for nail retention, and I'm gonna come back live very soon about this, but tonight and tonight only. Do not miss the special that is going on with the Overweight Lifting Nails system. It's going to be tonight and tonight only. So if you experience nails that are lifting or popping off, or if you're somebody who's getting your nails done and your tech does this, go shoot this to them. send them this video, share this video with them. Because again, tonight and tonight only, it's a special price going on. So this system, the way it is designed and built, is built for you to be able to follow along and learn right on the spot. So take advantage. Again, this is tonight and tonight only, you guys. Okay. So I'm going to go ahead and cut this live, and I'll be back soon. Stay tuned.